Crypto presents exciting new opportunities for the investment-minded, but it's also volatile and accelerating in complexity. That's why we created Token Metrics, an intelligent crypto platform backed by an industry-leading combination of data, AI, and media that feeds optimized portfolios to crypto investors. Featuring Token Metrics ratings to help you find the best investment opportunities in real time, an indices page that showcases various model portfolios, and deep insights into price predictions and technical analysis. A dedicated NFT dashboard that evaluates NFT collections and assets by our machine learning algorithm to find the most profitable and secure NFTs across all available blockchains. Plus, with access to Token Metrics TV, monitor 24/7 exclusive crypto news and analysis. Whether you're a first-time trader or a seasoned crypto investor, you can stay informed and in control, backed by your all-in-one crypto companion, Token Metrics. Take control of crypto
Token Metrics
today
family, happy Friday.
tokenmetrics.com.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo.
Welcome. Very excited for the stream. Good to be back. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to be answering lots of your questions during this AMA, and also going through and sharing our top 10 coins for the week, for next week for trading, and then also answering questions on, as you guys like to ask, what's the next 100x? What do we like long term? Definitely make sure to tell us what you think in the comments down below, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Not being in crypto, not being on the stream is a financial crime. Yes, it is, because we're giving away the alpha. All right, so let's see who was first on the stream. Bull Runner, hey, what's up? Good to have you here. Marcus, what's going on? J Dog in the house. Eddie P in the house. Greetings from Elkins Park. BK Crypto in the house. Hola, good to have you here. All right, let's pull up the Mentimeter here. Okay, so let me go full screen. Go to menti.com, menti.com. Put in the code 37422201, or just scan this QR code, and then go to this Mentimeter and vote on top coins of the week, and also the questions you want us to answer the most. And be sure to follow us on social, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and our podcast. All right, so on today's agenda, we'll go through coins of the week. We'll go through top 5 coins of the week as well, based on the platform and the chatbot, and also do the AMA. And if you've not heard, this week we have rolled out our chatbot to advanced plan users. So now both advanced plan users and premium users have access to our AI chatbot, Token Metrics GPT for crypto, right? So this is basically ChatGPT for crypto. You come here, you ask it questions. I've been asking questions prepping for this stream, because I know people always ask what are the top coins to look at. But basically, this is ChatGPT for crypto using the Token Metrics data. You have this in your hands if you're on the advanced plan and the premium plan. But yeah, definitely go check it out. Tell us what you think. But with that being said, let's start. Let's go back to the agenda and actually hop into coins of the week. So looking at the trending coins of the week, tell us what you think. The options are Pepe, Chainlink, Arkham, Stellar, Synthetics, or Baby Doge 2.0. So out of these 6 tokens, which ones do you like the most for next week? All right, so actually here, I'm gonna actually turn this into a prompt, and let's see if the chatbot can actually help us answer this. So just give me 1 minute here. I'm thinking something like, which of these tokens is best to trade over the next 1 week? And I'll give it a list. All right, so I'll put Pepe, Chainlink, Arkham, which is the new Binance Launchpad token for the blockchain on-chain analytics platform. We talked about it, I think, last week. People have been calling it docs to earn, paying people for bounties to dox people on chain. I'm not sure how I feel about that. All right, then we got Baby Doge. All right, so let's actually see if our AI chatbot can answer this question. I always like testing stuff out live. All right, so let's get to the chatbot. I'll come back to these other prompts Actually, maybe I can just open up a new tab. Might be easier, so I don't lose my place with everything else. Yeah, so I'm gonna open up a new tab with the chatbot, and we're gonna try this out live and see what is the coin of the week. So basically, which of these tokens is best to trade over the next 1 week? I don't want that. So we got Pepe, Chainlink, Arkham, Stellar, Synthetics, Baby Doge 2.0. So let's see. Is the chatbot going to get this? Or are we going to stump the chatbot? All right, so it's saying the best token over the next week is Baby Doge. Huh, okay. Actually, I was expecting a better, a more informative answer, not just the price prediction. Okay, let's see. Let's say based on TM trader grade. Let's see if this gives us a different answer. Yeah, basically saying it's not investment advice. So based on TM trader grade, it likes Chainlink. Okay, let's actually say something else. Let's say, let me change the prompt. Compare these tokens based on TM trader grade. And TM, I'll just compare these tokens. Yeah, let's keep it short and see what it says. Okay, that really stumped it. Okay, let's try this again. Doing it live. Compare these tokens based on TM trader grade. Okay, you're not liking the dashes. All right, so tell me what you think. J-Dog says link for sure. The chatbot is DGen. All right, so it likes Chainlink again. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so let me actually save this prompt. This is the prompt. This is what I was looking for. So the AI is still learning, hence why it's in alpha. All right, there we go. Now it didn't give me all the tokens. I guess some it doesn't like, but I'm gonna save this. I'm kind of creating a list of prompts I like. All right, so basically the prompt was compare these tokens based on TM trader grade. So we had Pepe, Chainlink, Arkham, Stellar, Synthetics, Baby Doge 2.0. It says basically number one, Chainlink, TM trader grade of 86%, a change in trader grade of almost 8%, and it's up 15% in the last 1 week. So it's liking that. Then it has Arkham number 2. It looks like it. Yeah. So Arkham number 2, trader grade of 68%. I'm surprised it has Arkham, because Arkham is a new token. Technically, we should not have that data. Let me just check something real quick. I guess we do have this data, huh? Because typically we need like 90 days worth of price action. Okay, interesting. Okay, so wow. So the chatbot is giving us data that's not even yet live on the site, because typically we don't show. Okay, but I'll talk to our team about that. But anyway, so trader grade 68%, change in trader grade almost 0. It's up, it's down almost 20% in the last 1 week. There's launchpad events, VC pump and dumps. Basically, low float projects, don't buy them early. You typically get wrecked. You wait until the hype has died down, and then you can maybe begin to accumulate, or wait for tokenomics to improve. That's typically better. Then we've got Stellar, 76%. Change in price is almost 18%, which is pretty good. We've got Pepe. Okay, it has none. We should not be showing this if it has none. Then Pepe's down 15%. Okay, let's do this. Let's say Sort by PM trader grade. Okay, anyway, looks like it's getting stumped. But anyway, that's the list. Now let me go back to these other prompts. So before, based purely on price prediction, it's like in Baby Doge. Based purely on everything else, Chainlink. Now Chainlink did have some news from Ethereum ETHCCC. Let me pull up the news actually, because Chainlink seems to be like they're working on improving their tokenomics. Where's the Chainlink official? Okay, so this is one. All right, so basically this article from the blog, we've got Chainlink co-founder wants to bring trillions of dollars into crypto from banks. Then he goes on to say basically, Chainlink co-founder Sergey Nazarov has a bold vision that banks will build their own blockchains and may adopt its newly launched CCIP protocol to connect them. He anticipates this could bring a lot of value into the space. Yeah, so basically Chainlink launched its cross-chain interoperability protocol just a few days ago. And that is basically, yeah, the recently launched protocol serves as a technical infrastructure designed to transfer tokens from one chain to the other. It leverages Chainlink network, which has a history of providing relevant data to blockchains. Yeah, is there a post on this? I want to go straight to the source. CCIP. Here we go. Okay, we're going straight to the Chainlink website. So, I mean, is this going to be a fundamental catalyst for Chainlink to improve and get better? Now, I was part of the ICO back in 2017, but I didn't hold that long, unfortunately. Yeah, so basically, Chainlink cross-chain interoperability protocol has entered the mainnet early access phase on Avalanche, Ethereum, Optimism, and Polygon blockchains. All right. Just like Web2 needed TCP/IP to connect isolated islands of computer networks, Web3 needs an interoperability standard to connect islands of blockchain networks. Okay, so we've got this diagram. Let me see if I can zoom in here. So, okay, Chainlink CCIP. So you've got a source blockchain and destination blockchain. I'm trying to see, like, is this really needed? Aren't there lots of bridges and other protocols that help transfer value cross-chain? Okay, so it says developers, applications, and enterprises can use CCIP to unlock a variety of use cases, such as cross-chain tokenized assets, cross-chain collateral, cross-chain liquid staking tokens, cross-chain NFTs, cross-chain account abstraction. Like, okay, now they're also entering the cross-chain space, but do we really need this? That's the first thing that comes to mind, because there's lots of bridges out there and lots of cross-chain products. One we like that's low cap is Seller Network. We've covered that in the past. Then you have others, and there's bridges like Wormhole and others. But this is becoming a very crowded space, even Cosmos and the whole ecosystem. But okay, they're definitely interesting. If we go back to Mentimeter, the community and the audience still believes in Pepe. I'm surprised. Pepe is going strong. If we go to Pepe, let's compare Pepe and Chainlink in more detail. Let's see here. Compare Pepe and Chainlink. And Pepe is a meme coin, so that would not be my initial preference for anything long term. But if you're trading it, maybe. Although it is down 15% or 16%. So that's worth noting. Okay, let me just looks like I need to refresh. It's giving me the old answers. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm actually more inclined for Chainlink. Chainlink is a nice and safe play for trading. You're not going to get rich, but in the past 24 hours. So it's trending upwards. And you have a big fundamental shift we actually go to our platform here and pull up Pepe, I'll give you my analysis. Yeah, not much because it's a meme coin. Investor grade is actually up. It's in the buy zone, up 8.5% in the last 1 week. But about 19% in the last 1 month. Now, if we go to Link, I mean, trader grade 86% is trending up. It's in a strong buy. Investor grade as well is trending up almost 8%. Currently in a buy. I would go for Link. It's a nice and safe play. Obviously, nothing is fully safe in crypto. You can always get wrecked. But if I was trading for the week, or even possibly thinking of accumulating a large cap, a high value play, or I would say a low risk play, I would say low returns, low risk. Chainlink to me would be it. Market cap ranking of 22. Nice and steady. So I would go with Chainlink. Arkham, that we kind of covered it last week. But let me use CoinGecko for Arkham. So this is why you typically want to avoid projects that just newly launched. So over $500 million FTV, 644 million FTV, market cap of 96 million, right? So you only 15% of the supply is liquid. So it's a very low float project. And looking at this, it's up 11% in the last 24 hours. From the all-time high, it's down 20%. Like, honestly, this, if you're trading this, you have to just use TA or technicals, but our platform doesn't really have this yet. Because typically we wait for about 100 days or so of price action before we give it a trader grade. But right now, actually, it is available via the chatbot. But that's what I would go with coins of the week. Let's see what the audience has to say. Is it possible to play 100x, 100x? Actually, maybe I should add it here. I don't think I have it here as a soundbite, but I could add it. Thanks, Ian, for GameSwift, GSwift, 5x from private sell. Oh, wow. Is it trading already? Let's actually segue real quick. That was one of our fund investments, GSwift. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here, but I mean, honestly, not to sidetrack, but GameSwift is going to be 100x. I'm calling it right now. Not a toot our own horn, but on the fund side, we got in like, because seed valuation was 12.5 million, and I think I might have covered this on webinar. I'm not sure if I did, but I'll tell you why I'm bullish on GameSwift. I'm gonna do a sidetrack real quick. Obviously, I'm invested. Our fund is invested. If you want to follow a fund's portfolio holdings, because this is public information, go to ventures.tokenmetrics.com, and then just go to, if this will load, just go to our portfolio. Yeah, so come here to investments. This has our investments. It should be about 20. So GameSwift is one. At a high level, it's a Game 3 web infrastructure project for gaming, right? So think it's similar. It's very similar to Immutable X, is what I tell people, right? Empowering the mass adoption of Web3 games, right? So they're partnered with Polygon. Polygon is an investor. Now I've heard that Polygon might be the largest investment yet, but I'll tell you why I'm bullish on it. Besides being an investor, ZK Narrative is a ZK blockchain project for gaming. Gaming is going to be a big narrative. Gaming, metaverse, GameFi. So, and we got in at about $12 million FTV, right? Let's say 13 million FTV valuation, 13 million, right? Just keep that in perspective, right? Because value investing is buying low, buy low, sell high, right? So basically, Web3 infrastructure project under $13 million FTV. Polygon is the large investor in them, and Polygon is doing a lot with ZK and scaling and Web3 and gaming, right? The team's also from India, so it kind of gives me the Polygon Matic vibes, like back in the day, back in 2018 when we found them. But anyway, they had a Bybit IDO, and the Bybit IDO was, here's a list of other investors. So Polygon Studios, Polygon, Hashed. Hashed is a great investor from Korea. But let me get the actual Bybit information. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I think this is the tweet. Because I think, just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get the valuation information for the last rounds. Yeah, so basically, the seed round was about 12.5 million. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 12.5 million. Bybit idea was 20 million FTV. Then Sparta idea, which was the Arbitrum Launchpad, $25 million FTV. So basically, 12 to 25 million is the range of these 3 rounds. Now, keep that in perspective. Now, why is this not loading? If we go to back to CoinGecko and compare this to Immutable X. Immutable X has a FTV of 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion, right? Also doing ZK. Let me pull up the website so we can kind of compare the two, right? ZK layer 2, Ethereum ecosystem, gaming, NFTs, all that, right? 1.5 billion FTV. Now, if we go back to GameSwift, okay, they don't have the tokenomics here, but let's kind of compare the two, right? The future of gaming awaits, right? So kind of doing the same thing, helping gaming, GameFi scale. So let's assume $25 million FTV if you got in the Sparta round, but Bybit idea was 20 million. 100x is a $2 billion FTV, right? Now imagine, because we're thinking crypto is going to get bigger. Crypto is currently about 1.2 trillion total market cap. The base case for the whole of crypto, I think, is a 5x between now and the peak of the next bull run. If peak of the next bull run is going to be somewhere 2025, because historically speaking, we have, I would say, the market gets bullish about 6 months before the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving is going to happen in around April of next year. So we basically have until close to the Bitcoin halving to accumulate in projects before we have a bull run. And the bull run typically lasts 15 to 16 months after the Bitcoin halving. So using those historical data points, we can project, not perfect, but project that the peak of the next bull run is going to be somewhere 2025. So using that theory or that hypothesis, that's when we're taking profits, cashing out a lot and the most. So every investment we're making, that's kind of our trajectory or our target. Now that can change. It could be a moving target if crypto becomes more regulated or even more legalized in the US, even better. We could have a longer bull run, who knows? But for now, that's the projection. So looking at that, where can the total crypto market cap be by summer 2025? If it's a 5x, if it goes from 1 trillion to 5 trillion, imagine every crypto asset and the valuation does a 5x, right? That's the, I would say, like the almost bear case. I think base case is more than 5x. Let's say a 10x, right? 10 trillion. Now, actually, I'll say, let me keep things simple. Let me risk myself. Let's say a base case is 5x, moon case 10x. Because while the market can do 5x, 10x, altcoins can do 100x, so 1000x, right? Because most of that value we're thinking is early stage altcoin investing. But let's say all of crypto does a 5x, goes to 5 trillion total market cap. So that means that Immutable X, let's say its FTV or valuation goes from 1.5 times 5 is going to give us 7.5 billion FTV. Now, let's say if the basically 22.5 billion valuation, which I think is reasonable for a project that has great technology, that already has traction, has been in the market for a while. Initially, it had not the greatest tokenomics, but now they're getting better. Now that it's been in the market for a while, half of the supply is already in the market. So in less than 2 years, I could see IMX being at about a $20 billion FTV. I would not be shocked. But now let's take that same projection. If IMX is at a $20 billion FTV, where would GameSwift be? If GameSwift is at a $2 billion FTV, which is just 10% of that also has great technology, I think that's reasonable. And guess what? That's 100x from a $20 million FTV, right? Because 20 million, 10x is 200 million, and a 10x again is 2 billion. So honestly, not just trying to pound my bag, but I think if you compare the two, if IMX goes to $20 billion FTV based on the technology and everything, I think GameStop can do the same thing. I'm sorry, can get to 2 billion. Anything above that is gravy, right? If it does 1,000x, I mean, anything is possible. But I think GameSwift is one to watch, right? Now, if you actually go to Sandeep, the founder of Polygon, he's been also very bullish on GameSwift. Obviously, Polygon invested, but I've noticed he's been posting their tweets a lot. If I can find this, where is this? Okay, I see he's been retweeting GameSwift a lot, but he had a different post on it. Give me a minute. Do I have to search Twitter for this? Okay, let me just search Twitter. Sandeep GameSwift. Okay, I guess it's not pulling this up for me. Anyway, just go to his Twitter. You'll find he had some comments on GameSwift. I think he's been at ETHCC, so he's been, here we go. Right. So found the tweet. Let me make this bigger. He says basically, GameSwift posted this time to reveal the news from ETHCC. We're excited to announce that Playway, the global gaming giant, has joined forces with GameSwift and Polygon Labs to unleash Outer Life as their way to enter the Web3 gaming world. Welcome aboard. Then Sandeep says, huge Polygon gaming ecosystem is absolutely crushing it. Gaming will have its prime time in Web3 sooner or later. So Polygon and Sandeep are very bullish on gaming and GameSwift. And I'm walking you through the reasoning as to why. If people always ask me, what project can do 100x? Guess what? I'm giving you one now, not financial advice, and telling you why, right? Because before any project can do 100x, you have to kind of look at the market and see how is the market pricing those projects. And we have the best example in GameSwift. I'm sorry, in IMX, Immutable X. The market is pricing this at a $1.5 billion FTV. This is a similar project, basically gaming, L2, ZK. And imagine where this goes in the next cycle by summer 2025, if it goes to 15, 20 million FTV, how far can GameSwift go if it has just as good technology and has Polygon backing it? If it gets just 10% of that, 2 billion, that's 100x. So that's my spiel on GameSwift. But let me see the chat and see how we're doing. Okay, somebody says GameSwift is on CoinMarketCap. Okay, let me take a look. I'm not using CoinMarketCap much. All right, so GameSwift. Oh, well, okay, yeah, so it is trading on here. So, oh, wow, it's down 26%. Okay, market cap here, 3.3 million. Okay, FTV 86. So FTV is still high. So from the Bybit IDL of what, 20 million, it's done about a 4x, 4.6x, or 4.5x. But that's my reasoning. I mean, honestly, if this keeps on going down, I think it makes a lot of sense. But I would definitely keep an eye on this. Currently, it's on Bybit and Arbitrum. I'm sorry, SushiSwap on Arbitrum and Uniswap on Arbitrum. But this would be on a watch list. I'll maybe wait to see how the price action goes. But for me, I think this makes sense. Now, tokenomics are not the greatest, as we can see here. So early on, I would say it's more of a trade. But I think FDV-wise, it's still pretty good. And obviously, it's better off if you got in earlier, Bybit or Sparta IDL. But I think definitely worth watching. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So let's move on to back to the agenda. Top 5 coins of the week using the platform. Okay, let me get some prompts here. What do you think about then? Okay, so let me go back to, let me actually redo the chat bot here. We're gonna do this live. So I'm gonna go through different, rather than top 5, I'll do top 10. How about that? Actually, let's first start and see what's the next 100x and see what it says today. Okay, so it still likes Augur. This was the first ICO ever. Now, that wouldn't be my first pick. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Let's start with what are the top 10 24-hour percent change in team trader grades and see what we get for this list. All right, so it's thinking, and the list we get is, okay, we've got Conic, trader grade has changed by 419%. We got Bancor, is sub 346%. We've got Dejitara Tsuka, up almost 200%. AMP, 175%. Band Protocol, 126%. A-Star, 108%. Volt Inu, 99%. League of Kingdoms, interesting, 95%. Akash Network, 77%. And KeyCoin, 73%. Okay, so the ones I want to look at on this list. Let's actually look at Bancor. Actually, I'll do Conic first. Conic, what is this project? Okay, so it's in a strong buy. FTV 43 million. Why is FTV market cap different than circulating supply? Trading volume 3.6 million. Just got investor grade. Okay, not much info on investor grade. Turned bullish here. Not sure why there's a gap here. Was there a token change or listing? It has dumped 26% in the last 24 hours, though. That's a red flag. But okay, let's see what they do. Conic Finance is an easy-to-use platform built for liquidity providers to easily diversify the exposure to multiple curve pools. Okay. Yeah, this UI is not the greatest. Okay, so it looks like it's a curve project for curve pools. Yeah, I'd have to look for this. Let's actually pull up the Twitter and see. Just want to see more information that they've posted publicly. How many pools for the curve finance ecosystem? Huh. Okay, interesting. Yeah, trading this though, I'm not so sure. Okay, then the other token on the list were, okay, Bancor. Let's look at Bancor, BNT. All right, so it's now in the buy. FTV under 60 million. I mean, Bancor has fallen from grace. They were one of the largest ICOs back in 2017. There is, I think, 100 million or 150 million, but they didn't do anything with it, really. I mean, FTV is lower than how much they raised. So, I mean, I'm not sure what the heck they're doing. But let's see. Investor grade is also trending up. It's in the buy. Let's see here. Yeah, not much liquidity. It's trading on by itself on Bancor and then Binance. Let's see if there's any. Let's go to the website here. Okay, they've really changed their site. Okay, see, Carbon is live. Automate your crypto trading strategies on chain. Okay, that's interesting. An ecosystem of decentralized open source DeFi protocols that foster on-chain trading and liquidity. Okay, so it looks like they're building their own products. So Carbon, Bancor 3, and ARB Fastlane. All right, so automate your crypto trades on-chain. A fully decentralized protocol for automating on-chain trading strategies. Huh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I definitely want to check this out some more. Now, if we go to, let's see here. This was back in April, though, right? When they launched this. Okay, let's see. So they had a trading competition. Okay, I mean, this is interesting. I'm not sure if, I mean, the fact that it's an old project, tokenomics would be good because most of the tokens have already been minted or issued into the supply. FTV under 60 million. Definitely, I think worth watching if you are looking for a project that might have some long-term potential with good tokenomics with a low FTV. Bancor has good tech, so I think it's definitely worth putting on a watch list, considering that Uniswap basically was born from the technology of Bancor network. They just happen to do more with it. But I'm not opposed to that. And let me close these other tabs here. Okay, so we had that. If we go back, AMP, no, banned, A-Star, League of Kingdoms. So let's actually look into that one. That's a gaming or metaverse project. League of Kingdoms. All right. Currently in a sell, creeping towards buy for the long term. But yeah, I would not be looking at this right now, just based on this. But I think the fact that it's moving a lot, we should keep an eye on it and see if it changes next week. If we pull this up, basically, League of Kingdoms, gaming. Okay, what's the web traffic they're getting? I'm not sure why my plugin is not working. It's taking a while to load. It might be my firewall. But okay, let's say this is starting to move. Maybe this right now is very, very early. Yeah, investors Hash, A16Z Crypto, Sequoia, Binance Labs, Yield Guild, Block Tower, OpenSea, Sandbox. Wow, some pretty good investors here. No, Hash is good. Binance Labs is good in terms of ROI. Okay, so we've got a gaming project / metaverse play that seems to have some traffic, although this plugin is not loading for me. If we go here, FTV under 45 million, more than half the tokens are in the market. I think if you're looking for a gaming play, this could be worth keeping an eye on. I wouldn't get in now, but I think between now and Bitcoin halving, this could move. So let me just come here and compare this. So yeah, if we go to gaming and metaverse. All right, so if we sort by FTV, you got ICP, Axie Infinity, Sandbox, Render. So Illuvium, 400 million FTV. Engine Coin, 309. Magic, 271. Floki. So, I mean, really, we're going all the way down here. Where was it? It was 44 million. League of Kingdoms. So I'm actually going to have our team look into this and research this further, but I think it could be worth noting. So adding that to our research list. All right, so let's now actually switch over to a different prompt. I know I'm taking a while, but I kind of want to give you guys lots of analysis here. So let's now switch over to investor grade. All right, so what we did basically, what projects have had the biggest reversal in the last 24 hours? That's what this prompt gives us, right? What are the top 10 24-hour percent change in TM trader grade tokens? So now we're going to switch over to long term and say, what are the top 10 7-day percent change in TM investor grade tokens? So same thing, but more long term with the investor grade on our platform. So we're asking Token Metrics GPT. Let's see what it says. Let me check the chat here. What's your opinion on Edgeware? I looked into that, and that was like a Polkadot project like almost 2 or 3 years ago. Tech was good. Hasn't really panned out though. All right, so looking at this investor grade wise, so the top 10 with the biggest change in investor grade, Augur has changed over 114% in the last 1 week. Rollbit, the casino project, 57%. Unibot, I mean, bots have been taken over. I heard about this earlier this month, but all these trading bots on Uniswap and Telegram have been doing well. So this has changed 51% in the last 1 week. We got lovely Inu Finance. That's funny. Up 48% in changing in okay, I'm sorry. What's happening here? Yeah, 78% change in trader grade. We've got Carbon Finance, Carbon Browser, 47%, StormX, 35%, Open Exchange Token, 32%, SmartX, 31%, Valencia Fan Token, 30%, Maker, 28%. So on this list, the one we're going to look at, Augur I've covered before in the past, Rollbit, Unibot, and Open Exchange. I think this is a 3-hour capital project. They relaunched an exchange. Okay, let's look at Rollbit. Let's see what we're getting from there. Rollbit coin. Okay, trader grade is in the strong buy. It's up 27%. Wow. FTV over $500 million. Most of all the tokens are already liquid. But actually, why is market cap different then? Okay, I'm guessing they have like a different, they have like max supply and total supply. But anyway, most of the tokens are liquid. It's in a strong buy, but it has dropped 6.5%. Investor grade is still in the buy. I mean, look at this chart. It's gone from like 0.001 to 11 cents. Hold on. Is that true? Oh, that's quite the ROI. 81x in the last 1 year? Whoa, I mean, I don't know gambling was taken off like that in a bear market. I guess crypto degen is going to degen. Let me actually check on CoinGecko. So if we go to Rollbit, it's creeping up into the top 100 market cap. It's a Solana project. Okay, that part I did not know. I'm seeing it's on SolScan, but it's tagged here as Ethereum. That's kind of confusing on CoinGecko. Yeah, so from the all-time low, this has done a 120x in the last 1 year, right? All-time low of 0.00093,506 to an all-time high of 12 cents, almost 13 cents. So honestly, this has done a 100x, more than 100x. But anyway, looking at what they have here, 81%, 81x in a bear market. This is why you got to be here in a bear market. If you're out and about thinking that there's no money to be made, there's always 100x somewhere, even in a bear market. And that's a soundbite. Soundbite. Quote me on that. Okay, let's check this out. Rollbit. All right, looks like I have to use a VPN for this. Okay, I can just click off that pop-up. Loan your NFTs for instant USD, 0% fees. Okay, is this NFTs or I thought it was gambling? Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, hold on. What the heck is going on here? Gambling tag. Crypto's most innovative casino. 1000x leverage crypto futures, casino, sportsbook, NFT loans, NFT gambling. I mean, NFT gambling, that's I'm not sure if that's the greatest thing. Do you want to do 1000x leverage on NFTs? I would not do that. But anyway, I think definitely worth keeping an eye on this. Okay, now this is working. They're getting 177,000 monthly visitors. I mean, so it looks like this is doing pretty well, honestly. Now the question is, has this already done too well? Is there more upside to this? Where could this go? So what I'm going to do is compare this. Yeah, I think that this is already the market leader in gambling. All right, so if we sort by FTV, yeah, it's the clear market leader. So I think that's why they're expanding into NFTs. If they do that, right, if we go to the NFT category, how much market share can they gain when it comes to NFTs, right? So we got, I don't know why ISP is tagged as NFT and gaming, but anyway, we got the Sandbox, Immutable X, ApeCoin. Actually, let me sort this. Yeah, ApeCoin, 2.2 billion FTV. So if we go back to our earlier projection, if we think the crypto market cap can go to 5 trillion at least in total by summer 2025, what will an altcoin like Rollbit do, right? So I'm thinking base case for these, not large caps, but not low caps, is like a 10x, right? That's nice and easy, nice and steady. That's basically 2x outperforming the market as a whole, which I think is possible. So basically, it will go to 5.6 billion FTV. I think that's reasonable. It's up 30% almost today alone. Okay, I'm seeing here. So they migrated from Solana contract to Ethereum. Oh, wow. So even they're ditching Solana. That's interesting. Let's pull up this tweet and see when they posted this. Oh, this was like last month. This is less than a month ago. So RLB, the token, has migrated to Ethereum. Oh, wow. This is a big... I'm going to have to look further into this. All right. Yeah. So I think this is definitely worth keeping on the list. Now, this is not going to give you 100x, but I think a 10x is reasonable. But okay, let's say you actually do think it's going to do 100x. I'm trying to see what's a good comparison. I would say OpenSea and Blur, maybe, because Blur also has NFT loans. I have used their loans to borrow against my Bored Ape and Mutant, and I like it. It was nice and easy. Blur has an FTV of 1 billion with worse tokenomics. So more than 2/3 of the tokens for Blur haven't hit the market yet. So now the question is, what do you prefer better, Blur versus Rollbit? But we'll definitely have our team research this as well. Okay, all right. So definitely worth putting that on a list, because right now we have until summer 2025 for the peak of the bull run, and then we have, prior to that, the Bitcoin halving. From now until then is really the time to do our research, create a shopping list, start slowly accumulating, and then when it's Bitcoin halving, we lay back, let those rockets ride. All right, as we like to say.
We just landed on the moon in a Lambo.
And then we get that 10x or even 100x, and we start taking profits, right? So that's the approach. But okay, so Rollbit is on our list. If we go back to our AI chatbot, Token Metric GPT, let's now go to Unibot. Okay, so Unibot. Let me put this here in Token Metrics. Now this is a new token, so I don't think we'll have much data on it. Investor grade though, it's in neutral territory. FTV of 81 million. So let's actually pull up this site. So for those who haven't heard, basically these are trading bots on Telegram. So they claim to be the fastest Telegram trading bot. Experience seamless and lightning fast trading on the go with our free-to-use Telegram bot. So let me actually play a video. I'm going to turn up the sound. But basically, my understanding is these are bots directly in Telegram. You configure them, and they basically ape into different tokens on Uniswap that fit your parameters, right? So if you say, buy any token that's up 50%, that has a trading volume of over 1 million, that launched in the last 24 hours, right? So in essence, trying to automate finding the next Pepe before it does 1,000x, basically, right? But high risk, high reward, because they're basically blindly buying based on whatever parameters you set. And they try to configure this by creating a separate wallet where you put in your Ethereum. That way, if there's a rug pull, some also have rug pull detectors, right? So if there's a rug pull, they pull funds out. If they sense that, oh, somebody's rug pulling or taking money out, the bot detects this automatically. So if you're out and about, it does everything for you. All right. So basically, it basically has your private key. That's why you have to create a different wallet for it. So you can kind of sandbox it. So you wouldn't use this with your actual wallet. Pretty interesting. I'm actually going to want to test these things out if I have the time. I'm actually write this down so I don't forget. Maybe during the weekend. All right, but yeah, I think so. Pretty interesting to see how this has kind of taken over. And now, if you actually go to CoinGecko, I believe that a section for Telegram bots. Like that's how popular this has become as a narrative. Right here, Telegram bots. All right, so we come here. We've got Unibot, we got Collabland, all these bots, Lootbot. I mean, maybe we should make a token metrics bot. All right, but yeah, this is pretty interesting, to say the least. Or maybe even a bot for AstroDAO. Oh, that could be an idea. All right, so that's that. But I want to go back to. Let's actually pull this up here. I was part of that Collabland airdrop. I have to double check and see how much that is worth. Okay, they migrated from a new contract to from an old to a new contract, is what CoinGecko is saying for Unibot. So they have 1 million tokens. They've all been issued. So good tokenomics, FTV of 81 million. And from the all-time low, this has done a 32x in 2 months. I mean, that's good money. That is good money. Now, the question is, can this keep on going, right? So tag is under Telegram bots. Is there a trading category? Yeah, not really. I would just say a 10x from here to the next cycle, or summer 2025 would be the target. Everything's just, any altcoin, I'm just saying 10x as a base case. All right, so let's go back to the chatbot and see what other tokens we want to look at. Open exchange token, 0x. Okay, so let's pull that one up. 0x, open exchange. Okay, we don't have enough data. It just launched recently. FTV of 400 million. All the tokens are liquid, but market cap here is different, so I guess not every token is liquid. And I think this is the exchange the 3 Hour Capital guys co-launched with some other past exchange. Let's see here. Meet OPNX, the only exchange where you can trade crypto and tokenize claims. I mean, only in crypto, they have the FTX claims available or live on their platform. So if you lost money in FTX, you can come here and claim and get some money. They claim that OPNX is the #1 exchange for investors looking to unlock value from their crypto claim by converting claims into collateral to trade crypto futures. All right, so they've got FTX, they've got Celsius, they've got Genesis, BlockFi, 3 Hours Capital, Voyager. Mt. Gox, Hodlonaut. I mean, basically every crypto platform that went under, you can come here and try to recoup your money. I mean, that's pretty innovative idea, and it looks like it has been taking off. If we go to, let me pull them up here on CoinGecko. So the 200th in market cap. They've been trading. Yeah, this has done a 3x in 2 months from the all-time low. Okay, so this is going to be more so, I would say, an exchange, derivatives. Yeah, if we look at derivatives market, this whole sector by FDV. So we got DYDX 2.2 billion FDV, GMX 680 million, Synthetics 1 billion, Pendo, which has done very well as well, 184 million FDV. I'm trying to see how I would place this. So they're 400 million already. Yeah, that's a lot, but I'll keep the base of basically 10x is what I would expect. But I think worth keeping an eye on, because the question is, will they become the FTX for the next bull run? I mean, anything in crypto is possible, because you always have these crypto exchanges that come out of nowhere and become huge, right? So FTX did it. The question is, can OPNX do the same thing? Now, if we go to their investor list, Susquehanna, DRW, nascent, giving options to 20 million with 20 billion trapped in bankrupt companies. I'm actually going to add this to our research list. I'm going to add that to our list. All right, so I think that's that for that. Let me see if there's some other prompts I can try. Let me actually check the chat and see how we're doing. Yeah, 32x in 2 months. That's crazy. Biggie Tall says Rollbit is legitimate. Yeah, it's definitely degen, but upside. Rollbit was pumped and dumped by crypto banter. I mean, in crypto, they're always pump and dumps, right? That's kind of early stage investing. It comes with the territory. I mean, it's crypto. The main thing is you have to have your own strategy and be aware of that and be patient enough to wait. Then when things dump and the tokenomics get better, then you can possibly accumulate. All right. Let me see what other prompt we can try. Do you guys want to go degen? Actually, I forgot we had an AMA section. I've been so enthralled with the chatbot here. Okay, all right. From the audience saying, I think I found one of the next 100x tokens. Axelar, baby. Tokenomics may not be the great, but still the fundamentals team and tech is hot. Axelar. Okay, let's take a look at that. Actually, let's ask the chatbot and see what it says. Let me see. What do you think of Axelar? If it has that available. Axelar. Oh, we covered this last week, actually. Was it last week? Actually, I'm sorry. It was a customer premium webinar. Now, for those of you who are customers, you can get recordings and notes for that on our research site. So if you go to, what do I want to pull this up? research.tokenmetrics.com webinar. It's basically a weekly webinar where I go through and answer customer questions and kind of do this, but in a more intimate environment. I can be more private. Axelar was covered on here, I believe. And basically, this has different notes and stuff on different projects we covered. And then this is the actual recording, right? It's an hour, 18 minutes, me doing analysis. But Axelar we actually have been looking into using them for Astra DAO, because we're integrating Arbitrum and making our Astra DAO, our DeFi project, cross-chain. But to do that, we have to have a bridge. And for those who've been following the space, there have been lots of issues and lots of hacks with bridges. But Axelar so far is one of the better projects and the better bridges. So we're actually talking with the team trying to get early access to their bridge, because they launched on mainnet. Let me just pull this up real quick, because I believe this is one of their okay, so I think this is one of their sites, satellite.money. I'm not sure why it's not loading. But anyway, let me just go back. Actually, we our team met them back in Cosmoverse in Colombia, which was during it was a Cosmo conference the week before the Ethereum Developer Conference in Colombia last year. But what I wanted to pull up here, it's a good project. Tokenomics, yes, have not been the greatest, and that's kind of been the downside. About a third of the tokens are in the market. FTV, 420 million. Yeah, so trading right now is not the greatest. Investing, though, is in the buy. So I think between now and next cycle, this, I think, is worth keeping an eye on. This is actually on our list. I think this can do a 10x to 4.2. 100x? That I'm not so sure of, right? If we go to their all-time low chart, if we come here, okay, so yeah, it's down 66% from all-time high, all-time low. It's up 19%, so it's basically bottomed. It looks like. Okay, so we've got bridge governance tokens. Interoperability. Okay, that might be a new tag. All right, so we got a bridge governance tokens. Stargate 629 million FTV. Third chain 502 million. Axelar 422. Multi-chain. They're the ones that I think the founder was arrested by Chinese police, I believe. Not a good look. China is kind of back and forth with banning crypto. Multi-chain is 190 million. Synapses is 182 million. Seller, a product we like, 152. Yeah, so I mean, on this list, Axelar, tech-wise, it's great. It's solid. It's one of the better projects out there. So definitely like it. If we go to their site, where was it? Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute, everybody. Just sending stuff to the team. You wanted to go to the, let's see what news that, yeah. So the news I wanted to share, because they're at ETHCCO, they're still there. So lots of these Ethereum projects have been announcing a lot of news at the Ethereum Community Conference. It's a pretty good conference. I feel like the developer conferences are always the best in crypto. I went to this back in like about 2 years ago in Paris. It was good. All right, so this is the post, right? It's called the Interchain Token Service, Legend of Interchain. Looks like they have a trailer. Bridges have their limits. Web3 has gone cross-chain with assets bridging between blockchains and developers deploying applications everywhere. But bridge tokens lose their fungibility and their custom features. And it's costly to mint tokens on multiple chains. That is true. What is interchain token service? Axelar introduces interchain token service, ITS, supporting interchain tokens that preserve cross-chain fungibility and custom functionality. Okay, so basically, I mean, this is one of the better projects out there, and I would keep an eye on this. But this is basically their site. People can go here and just read about it, and hopefully we get early access to it, because they were in testnet, I believe. And they're slowly launching mainnet. Let me see what this video says. Yeah, all right. So I think definitely worth keeping an eye on that one. They've raised a lot of funding. I'm just pulling this up here. They've raised, back in November 2021, they raised what? It comes right back in July 2021. So 2 years ago, there was 25 million in a Series A from Polychain Capital. Then they added additional capital from Crypto.com, Morningstar Ventures, 0x Mackie. Then they had a Series B and raised from Dragonfly, Polychain, Rockaway, Lemonscap. So yeah, they've been raising a lot of money. Then they also have Squid, which is a cross-chain swap and liquidity routing protocol that also raised money from other investors. But yeah, I mean, I think definitely worth keeping an eye on this. Now, just going back to the AMA though. Is this 100x? Oh, I mean, I think a 10x is, you got to be reasonable. A 10x. 100x is crypto, anything is possible. I would say less likely, maybe a 10% chance or less, but 10% is still pretty good, right? So if there's 100x, right, from its current FDV, right, that's a $42 billion FDV. I mean, that's possible, but it has to really become the king or the god of the cross-chain worlds, basically, where every project needs this to run, right? So I would say good luck. You know, let's see if it pans out. Evmos, I've covered Evmos before. It's undervalued. I would say it's overvalued relative to Canto. If you want a Cosmo Ethereum chain, Cosmo EVM, I would look at Indus, not financial advice, Kava, and then Canto, right? Because just looking at TVL, that's basically that. Okay, and that's it for the questions there. Let me go to the chat and see what questions we have that I can answer. Layer Zero, yeah, Layer Zero. Is the token trading yet? Let me pull this up. Yeah, it's not trading yet. But Layer Zero is also one worth watching. Cross-chain is a big narrative, right? So Layer Zero, seamlessly connected blockchains, interoperability, omni-chain. All these are definitely worth watching. the race from Sequoia, A16Z, Uniswap, Avalanche, Polygon, so PayPal Ventures. So basically, it's a who's who of crypto. This is going to be big. Rumors are there'll be a token, so worth getting involved in the community and potentially getting a airdrop, but definitely worth keeping an eye on. All right. Any other questions we can help answer before we wrap things up? Let me see any of the questions I missed here. Will Link do 100x? I don't think so. Okay, what do you really think Polygon can go to? Price prediction, a realistic one for a possible all-time high, summer 2025. Greetings from Germany. Okay, Polygon price prediction. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna go here. So first of all, I like Polygon. I've been holding it. It was one of the best performers last cycle for me. It did a 400x return. So I mean, talk about.
We just landed on the moon in a Lambo.
But can I do a 400x return again? I doubt it, right? Because now it's a large cap. All right, so currently it's basically under 8 billion FDV. 93% of the tokens are liquid in the market, so good tokenomics. They've launched Polygon 2.0, which is good. And I mentioned before in the past that Polygon can become the Ethereum next cycle. Right, so that means it can do a 10x from here, right? If it goes from basically 77.7, let's say 7.8 billion FDV to $78 billion FDV, that's a 10x. I think that is well within the range and scope of Polygon performing. Now, if we go to the crypto market as a whole, let me go back to CoinGecko here. And just kind of see, okay, where is that going to put us? Right? Because currently crypto market is 1.25 trillion. Bitcoin is 630 billion of that. Ethereum is 230 billion of that. And Tether is 84 billion of that. XRP about 80 billion of that. So that's kind of giving you the range. If the market stays the same as it is, and Polygon does a 10x in valuation where it is currently, that would put it in the top 5 market cap, which I think is reasonable. But obviously the market as a whole will not stay the same. If we say the market as a whole does a 5x, goes from about 1 trillion to 5 trillion by summer 2025, I think it will be natural to say, okay, you know what? Let's say Ethereum, let's say everything does a 5x at a minimum, right? So let's say Polygon goes, let's round it up from 8 billion FDV to a 5x, that's $40 billion FDV. Okay, and then from there, how much do we think it can outperform the market? That is the question. So if we, let me actually open up a separate page for Polygon. We go to Polygon, our last cycle. Now, this is just my paper napkin math. Last cycle all-time high was $2.92. It's currently at 77 cents. So let's say it goes back to this price, back to the all-time high. Right, so 2.92. We'll take this max supply number, so 10 billion tokens. That is going to give us $29 billion FDV. So basically about 30 billion. That's just the all-time high, right? Now, let's say from the all-time high. So I would say as a base case, we're looking at basically anywhere from 30 billion to like 80 billion. That range, I think, is reasonable. That's what I think is most likely to happen. A safe play. Basically, from current prices, we're looking at what, from 80 cents to, so about 4x. Sorry, I'm just doing too much in my brain right now. But anyway, let's stick to the valuations for now, right? 30 to 80 billion. But let's say, okay, now let's say we think it's going to outperform the market, right? Because last cycle did a 400x. This cycle, let's say it does a 10x from the all-time high. Let's say crypto just really rallies. What does that look like? Right. So we said what, 10 billion? Right. So let's say it goes to $29. This is basically a moon case, right? I'm just trying to make this visual for people, although it is tiny. The moon case is $292 billion FTV. So if that happened, even right now, it's basically slightly more than Ethereum is right now. That is possible. I think that's the moon case. If we're thinking moon case, how high can this go? So from current, so basically, then pricing wise, yeah, I'll say $290 billion FTV. Now, let me, I apologize, I'm just kind of all over the place here. If we go to investor grade here, and we go to scenario analysis on our platform, yeah, so if we're expecting the total crypto market cap to go to 5 trillion, and Polygon gets 5.7% market share of the total crypto market cap, if it's going to become the Ethereum of the world, of the crypto world, the Web3 world, that's getting it to about $30. So $30 from the current price, just some quick math, that's like about almost a 40x return, right? So that, yeah, I think that's reasonable. That's, if last cycle I did 400x, actually did almost 1000x, but that's what I captured cash wise was 400x return. So I'm using 400x, but basically last cycle from the all-time low to the all-time high was over a 900x return. Next cycle, it won't be that case. If we can do just 10% of that, but let's do 400x, 10% of a 400x is a 40x. I would say that's the moon case. So I would say base case 10x, but let's say 10x. Because if market does a 5x, I expect it to outperform the market. So I would say 10x. And then moon case, the rare case, the home run case is a 40x. That is my prediction that I think is somewhat realistic. But obviously it's crypto, anything can happen. Not financial advice. But it's currently 0.5% dominance of the market. So if we can do a 10x in market dominance with Polygon 2.0, that's the moon case. We're looking at basically 30 billion. Now, let's say that's not going to happen. Let's say it does like, let's say it goes slightly over 1% dominant. Let's say it doubles in dominance. But the market as a whole goes to 5 trillion. We're looking at about $6.16 performance on Polygon. If we use that number, just some quick. $40x, I think, is reasonable for Polygon. But tell me what you guys think. What's moon case based on our platform and everything, and against 10x in market dominance? I think we're looking at about $30 for Polygon. But with that being said, let's wrap things up there. It's been a great week. Thank you so much. Definitely check out the platform. Use the chatbot. Go to tokenmetrics.com. Try out the AI chatbot. It's now available to both advanced and premium users. Basically, to all our paying customers now, you have early access to it. And tell us what you think. With that being said,
we just landed on the moon in the Lambo.
The moon is not the limit to the moon and beyond. Thank you, Tokenomics family. We'll see you next week.